all, it's Barb. Welcome to my craft studio. Today we're going to talk about the Totally-Tiffany Edna bag. Be back in a sec. It's Barb coming to you from my craft studio. It's another Totally-Tiffany Organization Week video. This week we're going to talk about Edna. Now this is a 3-pack of Edna bags that I bought from Michael's online. They carry a lot of Totally-Tiffany products, so if you need some, good news there is you get free shipping with I think a $49 order. But that's the packaging for. I'm just going to move that off to the side. Now the Edna bag, I can't find one that I actually use. This is actually a Merle bag, but I will explain why I'm using some of those. The Edna bag measures 11 1/4 by 4 by 3 1/2. Now here's where I can tell this is actually a Merle bag. This is Edna. The bags are identical except for Edna just has the one strip of Velcro across the front here. And Merle has the ear flaps with the hooking of the fabric. So that's the difference between the two bags. They're kind of interchangeable, except if you're putting small items in, obviously you'd want to go with one that has the ear flaps, but I'm going to use this because I used whichever one I happened to have on hand at the time I was storing. So this here has my jelly roll in it that I'm working on with my 2021 block of the month, which I know it's 2022. I need to get going on that. I think I have probably about 3/4 of the way through, but I just folded those up, and I think I bought a total of 3 jelly rolls, but I've used quite a bit of some of them, so, but it kind of maybe give you an idea of how much fit in there. Probably a couple would fit in there anyways, and I do have them like clipped together, so that makes them take up a little more space too. But that's one use for Edna. Another way I use Edna is she was designed for spools of ribbon, but I have a lot of ribbon, and I would need a lot of Edna bags if I left them on the spools. So what I did instead was I bought Dollar Tree chopping mats at the Dollar Tree, and I cut them to size to fit in the Edna bag. You could, make them whatever size for wherever you're using them, and then I wrap my ribbon around it, and that holds my ribbon. These ones here are still on the rolls. These were kind of elastic type stuff that I had, but so I didn't really want to take them all, wind them down the roll, so a lot of them hold quite a bit, but it kind of shows you too. The bag can look different depending on what it is, because it gets like a domed shape with the rolls in it, but that's another use for Edna. I also use her to hold ATC trading card size materials. I think some of these are ATC and some are cut for like my Happy Planner, but it gives you an idea of what fits in there. And this here is an older style Edna bag. It has the pink ribbon loop. When they redesigned it, they did the kind of sewed in handle. I like this one better myself, but she'll hold Dilution's paints. This one actually normally holds some of my ribbon, but I just emptied a few so that I could show you how it worked. I have so many Edna ones, I thought that way I wouldn't have to go back and forth between things. This one I actually have in a Merle bag, and I probably would have wanted it there because it has some smaller items, but an Edna bag would work in a pinch. This is my wand scanner, so it's in there along with my micro card and the USB cords and the directions and all that. I put it all in one place so it's easy to find. There's something else I do use it for. This one's actually Merle too. This happened to be what I had. But he had these spools of wire for his like trimmer, weed whacker type thing. And he's trying to figure out what to do with it. And I'm like, wait a minute. They're like spools of ribbon. They'll fit in a Edna bag. And I'm like, well, I didn't have Edna, but I had Merle, so that'll work. And it's also got some of his carrier things and springs in there. So don't limit yourself to your craft room. Another thing I do is I stick my assortment of glitters in an Edna bag. Well, this one's actually a Merle bag, but Edna would definitely work. You'll see that with a few of these. Some of them are Merle, some are Edna. Like I said, I grab whichever one I happen to have. This one is my back stock of embossing powders. I actually do use these two ways. Actually, those ones and these. The only one that I don't use on a regular basis I've shown you is this, and that's just because I have them on a shelf. The next two are not ways I use them, but you definitely could use them. I don't have enough to fill her, but these are my Stickles glitter glues. I think by kind of spacing them out, I think it'll hold about 30 of them. Now that's approximate because I don't have that many, so I can't really check. I'm thinking she might hold re-inkers too, because I think the glitter glues are similar in size to re-inker bottles, so that could be a good. I could have finished filling her up with those, I guess. And another use for, which I don't use it for, but I use a different bag, is Tim Holtz Distress Oxide inks. And she'll hold 19. It doesn't give you a lot of room to get in there and get out, so if you wanted a little finger space, go with 18, but it will hold 19 snugly. And that's all I have in her. Let's see if they mentioned anything else. It's Spools Ribbon, Tim Holtz, glitter glues, ribbon rolls, and that's something else you can do if you leave them on the spools. You can use her as a ribbon dispenser. I don't do that, but just trying to see if she showed any other ways that I didn't think of. But the other ways you could use your Edna bag. Edna is one of the bags I have a lot of because I do use her for all of my ribbon and twine. I don't have any of the twine up here, but same concept as my twine. My twine I have is on spools. So anything on that normally came on a spool, she's good for. So that's all I've got to share today. I want to thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about how to, about what bag would work, I'll try and answer them if I can. I don't always know. I don't always have I don't have all the products that you may have, so I may not be able to test it, but I will also try to remember to link this grid is on the Totally-Tiffany website. I will try to add a link to that in the info section of the video. This lists the bag, the SKU number, the dimensions of the bag, and the inner tray if they have it. The Edna inner tray is 10.5 by 3.5 by 2. I forgot to mention that. It lists what it could be used for and the price, but the dimensions can really help you if you have a product you're trying to find storage for. You can use those dimensions to figure out maybe which bag would work for you. But like I said, if I have the product, I'm willing to test it in bags to see where it would fit. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.